everyone, and welcome back to Magic at the Movies. We are back, folks. I've hit a wall. It didn't hurt at all.
A metaphorical wall, or...?
No, I've gone through the metaphorical wall now, which is why we've restarting the podcast.
Yes.
We are back, folks. Yes, the podcast where we talk all things movies, TV shows, and anything that takes our fancy that week. I'm rusty. It's fine. Leave me alone.
It's been months.
I'm your host, Joe, and joining me, as always, skipping his cue to talk.
Sorry, shit.
Because he's obviously out of practice.
Shit, fuck.
And he's swearing.
Oh, God.
Is my lovely co-host, Robert.
Hello.
Hiya. It's nice to be back, isn't it?
Oh, God, it's nice to be back.
I haven't seen each other in such a long while.
Exactly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw you the other week.
You did, because he's been stalking me.
Other way around, thank you very much.
No, never. I think if people looked at us two, and we asked, who's stalking who?
What do you mean? What am I supposed to what I look like a stalker?
Probably neither. They don't seem like each other's type.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll say that.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
I'm not your type. Wrong gender to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not doing so well in that
No.
department.
I'll work on that.
Nice personality.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could say the same for you.
It's a good job I got this face then, isn't it?
Exactly.
Gets you through life, beauty.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Takes you far.
Yeah.
Because I don't need smarts.
There you go. Well, you've got smarts as well, so.
But I don't need them.
No.
So
exactly.
I don't use them.
They're just an extra.
Just an extra part of the package.
Yes.
That you get. I can turn it off or on.
Oh, it's a package you can turn off or on.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Well,
I hear most men have one of those.
yeah, some do.
Some don't. And that's fine.
And that's okay.
Anyway, yes, welcome back to the podcast. I hope you've missed this.
I'm sure some people have.
This rambling at the start that we like to do. Yes, we've been away for quite a while. Both of us doing some stuff.
Yeah.
I was going through like transitions and stuff, and there was a lot of things happening, so that is why the podcast stopped for a bit, because if I couldn't put my full effort into it, then I didn't see the point in doing it, which is why we are now back. Everything is sorted.
Ta-da.
Robert's very excited.
I am.
On his 4 hours of sleep that he got last night.
Yay! Thanks to Kate Bush, which is the conclusion.
Yes, everyone blame Kate Bush.
No, don't blame Kate Bush. Kate Bush is still one of the only pure good things in the world. I was thinking about. I had a song stuck in my head and it wouldn't
Which one?
stop. It's called. I actually had two. It was called "Top of the City" and "Why Should I Love You." There's two songs from her album "The Red Shoes" from 1993.
Wow. Did she get the answer?
Not really. All of the people in the world.
And copyright stricken.
Yeah, there you go. No one knows that song.
Yes, so because we've been away for a while, I've looked up our last episode was around about when 28 years later the Bone Temple
That's insane.
was released. That's our last thing that we technically reviewed and went through. And since then, a lot of other films and shows have come out
many
need discussing. Many films.
Yeah.
So the main topic of today is to do quite a rapid and quick run down and run through of all of the films that we have seen. Try and keep it succinct but brief of getting our stuff down. And I'll probably have seen some films that Robert hasn't seen, and Robert's probably seen films that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Leading us all the way up to the most recent release, Michael.
Ow!
Shamona.
That's
not Michael. That's not Michael Jackson.
I've ruined it.
He should have said he. He didn't say he.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, that just reminded me of a joke. What's Michael Jackson's favourite thing to do on holiday? It's not what you think.
Remove Billy's jeans.
How old is Billy? No, it's a ski.
I like that.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, so that will be the main topic of today.
Yeah.
Going through all of them up to the most recent release, Michael Jackson biopic. But before we do all of that, we must start this episode like we start every single episode of this podcast with our recurring segment, which is...
What have you been up to this week?
Thank you, Robert. You really
You're
put some
welcome.
stank on it at the end.
Yeah.
Really getting us back into the mood of it.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, this is the section of the show where we talk about what we've been up to this past week or 3 months.
Oh my gosh, 3 months.
Or what we plan to be up to in the coming weeks, whether that's watching a thing, reading a thing, playing a thing, doing a thing, making a thing, or saying a thing.
Still running with that, are we?
Running with what? People can play things.
Not that, you know.
People
I'm
can
not.
make things.
I'm not.
People can read things.
Yes, I know this.
Just because you can't read.
What do you mean I can't? I can read. It's not true.
No.
I've written a list here. I can read. I promise.
I didn't say because you couldn't write. I just said you couldn't read.
Do the two go hand in hand?
No, sometimes they don't. Anyway, Robert, how about you kick us off and what you've been up to recently?
For the last 3 months.
The last 3 months. That doesn't include any of the films you've watched because we're going to discuss them in a minute.
What about the ones I know that you haven't seen?
Again, you can discuss them.
Okay, that's fine.
Basically, anything that's not a film, you can talk about.
Oh, fun.
That you've done.
Honestly,
Have you said a thing?
No, I have been mute all this time. I don't speak when I'm not on the podcast.
Yeah, he just goes mute. He just go.
Yeah.
As soon as we press as the record button goes off, he just goes like he T-poses like he's in The Sims.
T-poses. And I've been ill.
Congratulations.
I got glasses in February with the tiniest prescription known to man. Yeah, I've had problems with my eyes, which has affected me going to the cinema, even though there's quite a lot of films written on this pad of paper that I've brought. We're not going digital today.
Yes, he's gone fully pen and paper.
Pen and paper today. Yeah,
anything you wanted to talk about, discuss. Any TV shows you've watched, any books you've read.
I watched Severance.
Okay.
All the way through since, and that was great. Really, really great.
Say more things.
It was fantastic. I had a few, like a month left of Apple TV subscription, so I was like, I need to watch this because
I need to go on to Severance.
Oh, you would love it, Joseph. It just very much your sort of thing. It's like sort of low-key mixed with, I don't know what else.
Because of the Office aesthetic.
Yeah, that's it. And it's just
I know
brilliant.
what it's about.
Yeah. Just the twists and turns and the production design and the performances and how you just never know which way it's going to go, and it always leaves you so good. Can't wait for season 3. So I watched that. I finished watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, even though I haven't seen Game of Thrones all the way through, but I am working on that. I am on season 4 of Game of Thrones. That's what I'm watching currently. I've had to take a bit of a break, but I'm halfway through season 4. Spoiler alerts, but Joffrey has died.
Yeah, again, I've not seen it.
You've never seen Game of Thrones?
No.
You?
No, I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've seen this first season.
Joseph Krasinski.
I'm not. That's not
Young.
That's not my middle name.
It should be.
We're stand for probably, quality blockbuster filmmaking.
Yeah, that's true. So that's a good thing.
I'm just saying it's not my middle name.
Yeah.
You're
Sorry.
if I get falsely accused for things that maybe Joe Kosinski might do.
Sorry, guys.
Because he's rich and famous.
Yeah. So are you in a way.
No.
Rich in personality and looks.
And famous.
And fame.
Locally.
Yes. And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters to me.
What about films that aren't cinema releases that I've just watched?
Again, counts as a film.
Okay.
Are you saying you've not done much in 3 months?
Yeah. I mean, apart from this teacher training, that's what I should have led with.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah.
Let's start again.
Yeah.
So Rob, what have you been up to this week?
I'm starting teacher training in September.
Yay!
I had an interview. It's drama teacher training. I had an interview, I want to say in March, I think. And
was it a musical drama?
No, surprisingly not. I don't.
Thank goodness.
I don't think they would have.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have got it.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. You've missed me, really.
I have missed you so much. Well, I'd applied for one course, and then I met a friend for some drinks, and she said, "I'm doing this course. You should also apply for it." I was a bit drunk, and I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
So I just did it then and there. And I woke up the next morning, and I had a message from these people saying like, "Oh, great, we'd love to give you an interview." And I was like, "When the did that happen?" But I'm very glad that they did. I just forgot I'd done it. I was like, "Oh."
You're gonna change the course of your future because you got blackout drunk.
But it's for the best.
It's hilarious.
Very much for the best in this case.
It's a very you thing. So
Yeah, exactly. Well, I went and did the interview, and I had to teach a 20-minute lesson to 6 11-year-old children.
How'd that go?
Very well. I taught them how to be animals, because it helps with characterization and thinking about movement.
With our relationship, you trying to be a drama teacher, I think the fact of the things that I've shown you,
yes,
or a specific thing that I have shown you that is available on YouTube, that you could possibly use as a warm-up
and drive the children insane.
That's only if you wanted to make it extremely complicated for them.
That's a very good point. I didn't think of that. That would help very much. But yeah, I was also like a fool. I joined in with them. I wasn't just like, right, let's pretend to be a snail, and then I just let them do it. I did it with them so that they all felt more comfortable being able to do it, and it was a range of kids.
Because if you do it, then
exactly.
It's not like I said, be a snail, and you just stand to the side.
Exactly. And it was a range of kids of varying abilities, and like some were more engaged than everyone was engaged, but some wanted to do it more than others did, if that makes any sense. And some were like, they were in like different sets. Is that the word?
Yes.
That's what it was when we were at school.
Yes,
and stuff like that, just to see how.
I mean, depending on how big your school was and how many people were in it, you had varying numbers of sets.
Yeah.
Set 1 mean you were smart.
Yeah, that's
and for me, in terms of maths, I was in set 5, meaning I was the dumbest of the dumb.
Well, maths is stupid.
Fuck maths.
Fuck maths.
I passed it.
Exactly. That's all you. Yeah.
And then I took all of the maths out of my head and just replaced it with some obscure pop culture knowledge.
Yes. Well, much more useful.
I had pop culture knowledge already in my brain.
Yeah.
But I took up the space with more pop culture knowledge.
Yeah.
So
it
now
took
I'm
priority.
infinitely knowledgeable about obscure things that are going to have no benefit to my life.
They're not true. Look at what we're doing right now.
Right this second.
And it went really well, and I've been accepted onto the course. It's in September.
Do you remember the 20th of September?
No, I don't.
Me neither. What happened then?
What happens? Who knows?
What happens?
Who cares?
All I'm thinking is waiting up when September ends.
Oh yeah, or before you go.
Because summer has come and passed. The innocent
Yes, it
can
has.
never last.
Oof. Very deep.
It's dark, innit?
Very deep and dark for a bright weekend afternoon. Have I done anything else apart from progress my career in some way? Which is a big
I feel like
thing.
that's a big thing, yeah.
Come on, Robert. Think. It's only the time
damn
you've had
you,
to think. I've organised some stuff for the future.
You do not have to drag this out. If you're done, you're done. I'll go to mine because we do have a lot of films to cover.
I've been listening to something. I've been listening to I'm going to get cancelled, but the Harry Potter audio full cast audio dramas, which are excellent, by the way, and they're perfectly cast, and they should have used that cast for the new TV show, but whatever. And they're great because I've needed stuff to make me not watch screens as much.
Yeah, so you can close your eyes.
Perfect. Yeah, and it's so well done. So I've been loving that, and I'm seeing The Cursed Child in August, before it condenses down into just one one play. So it is 2 plays at the moment. It is being condensed to one in September. God knows why. Me and a friend want to see it before it gets reduced. We want to see it the way it was supposed to be seen. Finally, so we're doing that, and yeah.
You done?
I'm sure there's something
Are you
else,
done?
but I can't think.
Are you tapping out here?
I'm tapping out. I'm done.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
You've had
just
some
saying,
pretty
you need
big.
a verbal confirmation if you're
Yes.
done or not.
I'm done. I'm out.
Okay, my
Tapping
turn.
out.
Yes, my 3 months have been taken up with getting a new job,
Yep.
which is helpful. I'm enjoying a little bit more, probably because it's more fresh and new at this point. And mostly it's full time and it pays a lot more.
Yeah.
Significantly more.
Yeah.
3 times more than I was getting.
Yep. For
So
doing
I
nearly.
might be able to move out soon. Who knows?
That'd be exciting.
That would be exciting, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Your house is going to look like a museum for all things pop culture.
That will be the plan.
Or flat, or either or.
Or flat, or either one. Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Or a flat and a house.
It'll be a flat, probably.
A flat, yeah.
Because I think if it's just me on me Todd, on me lonesome, then I think a flat would be better. Because if I get a whole house, I think that's too much for one person.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense.
I don't want to climb stairs, makes my knees hurt.
Yeah, fuck that. You could always put your bedroom downstairs.
But I wouldn't need to if I had a flat, because everything's on the same floor.
So true, and you wouldn't have to spend as much money either. So well, depending where it is, but yeah.
See, I'm thinking.
You are.
I'm thinking.
You're ahead.
But in terms of things that I have done, in terms for this podcast,
yeah,
really, is that we'll move on to the films later. But I have read a book. I've read 2 books actually, because with my job, the breaks I get, just perfect time to just do a read.
Oh, good.
Do a read of a book.
Do a read. I quite like that.
Of a book. Actually, no, 3 books I've read, if we're counting comic books.
Okay, bookworm. What's happened to you since we've been away?
So, one of my favourite YouTubers of all time is a man who on YouTube is known by Official Nerd Cubed.
Oh yes, yes.
He's a gaming YouTuber. He does sorts of fun video games. And he's very nerdy, but he's very witty and funny.
Yeah.
And all that. And he wrote a book called Fuck Yeah Video Games. But all of his love of video games, and that was a number 1 bestseller. And I bought it. I backed it. He had like a sort of backing system for it. So my name is in that book of people who backed it for him. And then he wrote another book. This one, a fiction book, and it's called The Paradox. It's a sci-fi fiction fantasy thing. It's kind of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's got a lot of elements of Doctor Who, and a lot of elements of like Firefly and Star Trek, and basically so many things, so many of the tropes of sci-fi.
So very
and,
you.
And it's got a lot of very deep time travel lore, and then the rules around that. It's very me.
Yeah.
His real name's Daniel Hardcastle, if you want to look it up. He had some trouble getting it out because the publisher he was publishing it with went under, and then refused to pay out the authors that they were backing with. So he's had a very hard time both getting these books out and getting to the people that backed the book. And now the ones that are out on shelves, he's not going to get any royalties from. So I would say go out and buy this. I don't really want to.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get any money for it, which he so richly deserves.
Yeah.
Because it's such an excellent book, and it's so fun to read, and it's so endearingly funny and witty, but also heartbreaking in certain moments, and really cool to just imagine what this could look like. Like in your head, maybe as a TV show or a film. I think it works better as a TV show. There's a lot in it. It's a very long book.
Right.
I'll say it's like 500 pages.
Damn, that is long. My gosh.
Of just pure stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, it's a very good book that I very much enjoyed. Once I finished that, I went on to sort of some lighter reading. It's comic book. Because I picked up a book a comic I was interested in reading. Called Predator versus Wolverine.
Oh my gosh!
It's a small graphic novel. It's a mini series. There's only 4 issues in it, of basically like issues of in Wolverine's life, because Wolverine, as many people know, he's had his memory wiped dozens of times. So his memory of things that have happened before him, blurry at best.
Yeah.
So this leads to him sort of roughly remembering certain moments in his life where he fought a predator.
That's very cool.
So it's the same predator every time. Of him trying to get this, obviously what he thinks is the greatest prey, which is Wolverine.
Yeah. And
then just going tooth and nail over the centuries of Wolverine existing.
That's very clever.
Like when he just sort of become like a wanderer, when he still had his bone claws, when he was working for Weapon X, after he'd become Weapon X, when he was in the Weapon X program, when he was training to be a ninja.
My God.
And then in modern day, when he's finally sort of got all the memories, he lays a trap for him, traps it down, and they have just a big brawl. And it's just, I think it's a sort of a match made in heaven of making this comic.
Yeah.
On Predator versus Wolverine. I think it works very well.
That sounds like it could be a very good film or something, but they probably never
they have
will.
the rights to
They
both,
do.
which is why they were able to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's Marvel and it's Fox. So I know they've done a few more Predator versus things now. I think they're currently making their way through a few issues of Predator versus Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think they're doing a Predator versus X-Men as well.
Right.
I'm not sure. They're doing a few things with Predator, and I think he's got his own comic line as well. I'm saying he, like it's the one thing.
It is.
They actually are their own people. There's multiple of them, and they're all really real bastards.
Oh, well, you know the Predators.
Well, they've got honour, but they're bastards.
Yeah, and
they don't hold to that honour a lot of the time.
Apart from Dex, from
Dex,
him
from Predator Badlands.
Yes.
He was small, so he knew what it was like to be the underdog. In a sense. I think once I finished that, I've just recently finished a book called When Gavin Met Stacey.
Tell me tomorrow.
And Everything in Between, which was co-written by Ruth Jones and James Corden, and is essentially the story of how Gavin and Stacey came to be.
Yeah. And
all the things that took place in between.
Was it good?
In between, I think it reads quite well.
Right.
Because the chapters are all various moments from the history of Gavin and Stacey, and it's essentially, I don't think they wrote it themselves, because I
Right.
think they were just doing it like, I think it's interview style, because Ruth says one thing, then James says one thing, then
see.
Ruth says one thing,
Okay.
then it's one of those.
Yeah.
Like like James is in James's lines are in sort of one in like italics, and
Right.
Ruth's are in bold, so you know
Right.
who's saying what thing.
Right. Okay.
And it's interesting to see
Yeah.
how it was formed, how their friendship bonded, how they write together,
Yeah.
all the sort of behind the scenes stuff, how they built the cast, what their thoughts were for doing Christmas specials and continuing it in the in between years between the final of series 3 finale,
Yeah.
and then the 2019 special,
Mm.
and then the finale,
Yeah.
because we're not doing it again.
No. 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 No.
No,
No. I don't want them
because
to.
we don't want to see Smithy and Nessa being a family.
No.
Can't be doing that.
No, and
It's odd.
also it's the final episode and it ends perfectly, so
Perfect. It's a perfect
we
show.
don't need to see
It's a
anymore.
perfect show. I
Exactly.
recently rewatched all of it.
Yes,
It's
and
a
it was
perfect show
our
in
number
one
one
weekend.
British comedy, wasn't it? On the greatest things of all time. That's what we
It
hailed
is
number one.
the greatest British comedy of all
Yeah.
time, according to us.
According to
We're
us.
the experts.
We are. It's just how it is.
But in terms of other things I've done instead, except from reading like a nerd, I've also been watching some TV, mostly this month, because I think April's been quite a lackluster year for films, but it's
Yeah.
not been a lackluster month for TV shows.
Very true. Everything's out at once.
Because I've been watching. Let's get through one of the things that has finished now, which was season 4. Is it 5? No, season 4. Season 5.
Is it 4?
Season 4 of Invincible, which is fully finished now. Again, I think it's still got the same quality, because it's doing pretty much the same story from the comics. And apparently, at the end of season 4, we are now halfway through all of Invincible.
Jesus.
And they want to go to at least season 7 with it.
Right. Okay.
I think they've got, which I think they've got the padding
Yeah.
for. Again, I think great quality characters. The characters excel. Still very bloody and gory. Action's pretty good. They take their characters further along, which is nice to see. Again, people are pissing on the animation, but it's a double-edged sword for them.
Yeah.
Because people obviously want more of this,
Cool.
so they're getting it out as quickly as possible.
That's right.
Because they're trying to do a season a year,
Yeah.
which they've done for a couple of years now. But
Yeah. Not when season
again,
2 came out.
But that forces the animators to sort of rush certain things, so the animation is not as crisp and fluid as maybe you would probably want it. But again, I still think it looks pretty good. And again, the art style is still the same, and all that. And again, all the characters are great. And I want to see where this leads.
Yeah.
And I think I need to read Invincible Omnibus 2 and 3. I think I need to fork out from.
Is that so? Does 2 and 3 cover what you've already seen, or does it cover what you haven't seen yet?
They've gone through Omnibus 1.
Okay.
And then I think they are 2/3 through Omnibus 2.
Right.
I think someone said.
I would just a
So
warning.
I've got at the end of because I do want to read them.
Yeah, of course.
I want to read them to read them, because it's only 3 omnibuses, and
Yeah,
then it's over.
that's fine.
There's no more
Yeah.
Invincible.
I will just say
Because this
that.
does end.
Yeah.
It's not like other comic things where they don't have have an ending, like Marvel or DC. Invincible does have an end point.
Yeah.
Like The Walking Dead had an end point in the comics. They ignored that in the TV show. The Walking Dead
How
did
many
have an end.
spin-offs?
Robert Kirkman did end it, and then he went on to do Invincible, and
Yeah.
he did end this.
Right.
Which is normally what happens with an Image comic. People have an idea, and then they see through the idea,
Yeah.
which I think makes Image probably the best comic book
Yeah, well, it makes
company.
it change.
They're not the most profitable. At the moment, it's DC.
Yeah.
They've risen up the ranks again
Because of the absolute universe.
because they're doing good shit.
Yeah.
And Marvel is doing, I don't know what the fuck.
You don't hear about Marvel, do you? Cause
Not in terms of the comics.
last
no.
thing they had was it Ultimate Spider-Man, but you weren't a huge fan of that run. But I think
Well, they ended it quite quickly. They're ending it this
Right.
year,
Oh, okay. So
which
they know
makes
it's not
no
very
sense.
good. think it wouldn't be hard to find some good writers.
But I think they're going to try and reboot the entire thing this summer. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Some new issue 1s, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
But as well as this, some 2 other superhero shows have been on around the same time. It's been glorious. We've had the past couple of weeks with all 3 of them releasing new episodes every Wednesday. The first other one, again, I've just not Marvel, but Daredevil Born Again season 2, knocking it out the park.
I've heard this.
Absolutely stupendous season 2 so far. That's really just elevating what they did in season 1. There were some detractors for season 1, but I thought it was very good and very, very much enjoyed it. And it's just doing that again, and also really paying homage to the first 3 seasons of Daredevil,
right,
and making them feel even more canon. And some surprise special cameos and guests in it as well. Some great action set pieces in it. This has been a very Daredevil heavy season. Not a lot of Matt Murdock, quite a lot of Daredevil.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And his black suit, it's so good. It looks so good and crisp and clean and beautiful.
Until he gets blood all over it.
No, it's not
blood. Or
blood.
is it because it's a Disney Plus show that there's not a lot of blood?
You've probably seen like the black suit with the red DD, and then there's like red bits on it. That's actually not blood.
Oh.
Because I think the idea is that the black suit, like he's called the red suit black, and then left the DD from the original red suit,
right?
And then the black sort of coming off.
Oh, okay.
So maybe at the end of the season, it's back to just red.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
But
at the moment, very good show. I think we've got 2 episodes left of this season, and I think we're getting the 3rd and final season maybe next year.
Yeah,
I think they're
filming it.
either still filming it or they've already filmed it and it's in post production now. But the final superhero-esque TV show, another Prime original, knocking out the park with their superhero stuff. It must be said. The 5th and final season of The Boys, which I assume you're also watching.
I am, yes.
Yes, we're on episode 5.
Yes, this week will be 5.
I want to say 8.
Yep.
And yes, still just as good.
It's great.
You can tell it's like coming to a head, and things are going to collide and clash.
Yeah.
And it's got the finger of the pulse of America today.
Yeah. And religion.
And it's a bit behind.
Yeah.
Because they just couldn't keep up with all of the crazy shit the man in charge is doing in real life.
Yep. The whole picture of Jesus that he released is just so.
The idea he had a vision and this is how it's meant to be.
I find it really weird that so many people have stopped watching and have a big problem with it, addressing what America is like today in that way, because it's true, and people I don't want that in my entertainment. There's plenty of other superhero stuff that doesn't go as in depth and deep, and then you complain that it doesn't go that in depth.
But all the other superhero stuff that doesn't go in depth and deep and is still inherently political.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just because
you're just too dumb enough to not understand the subtlety of it.
Exactly.
But The Boys doesn't do subtle.
Nope.
And I appreciate it.
Exactly.
I very much appreciate it for it because it needs to be said.
Of course. Yeah, it's just everything that's wrong with the world.
But I also got away from the superhero stuff watching TV as well because our family, we've got Sky.
You lucky
We've got
ducks.
Sky Go, and introduced to Sky Go this month, or just the month gone. We finally in the UK got HBO Max.
Which
might not be around for that long. This might just go all the way on to Paramount Plus.
God.
But I've been giving HBO Max a peruse with our account that we have on it now, and I've gotten deep. Like I've watched all of season 1 in like 2 days, and I'm currently now on season 2 of The Pit.
Oh, how is it?
The show that won all those awards at the Golden Globes last year, and I think the main guy won Best Actor in everything.
Yeah.
Like he had a clean sweep. It's excellent.
Is it? Yeah.
Absolutely astounding how good it is and how well formed it is from episode to episode. Because the idea of because I think there were 15 episodes in season 1, so I assume they're going to do the same for season 2. And the idea is that every episode is an hour of the same day.
Yeah.
So the first episode is 7 a.m. The second episode is 8 a.m.
Mad.
And just to show the idea of this is what happens in a hospital or a trauma ward, or for us A&E, for them the ER.
Yeah.
In one day, all the mad shit
Yeah.
these people have to go through, these absolute unsung heroes. And I think season 1 ends with a mass shooting.
Oh Jesus!
So they have quite a few episodes where they have to deal with that. But then there's a couple episodes after that where they just have to get back to the regular schedule. Like it doesn't end.
Yeah.
And everyone's really good in it. And they've got various side characters that are doing their own like stories and stuff. They've got like medical students there as well because it's a teaching hospital.
Right.
So you get interns and people who are in like the 3rd year of med school or 2nd year of med school that are there training to be doctors and such. And in season 2, some of those medical students have now gone on to be actual doctors and not interns and actual doctors and nurses and such. And that's really cool to see. And I like the banter that is happening between all the characters and the sort of black dark humour you get when you're working in those kind of situations, and some mad things that people go into the ER for that are both funny and sort of harrowing and sort of what the fuck has happened here. And some people who go to ER very pretentious, like think they know everything. Those kinds of people, you see them a lot in America. I know in season 2, we're only midway through season 2, because for us in the UK, I think it's been released week to week.
Yeah.
I think in the US they already have all of it. I know at one point, Ice appear.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah.
They haven't appeared yet, from what I've watched. But yeah, I think if you get the chance to have HBO Max, absolutely watch The Pit. It should be the first thing you aim for. I probably will start watching Succession now that I've got HBO Max.
Ooh.
That's been on my radar for a bit. And of course, they've got loads of, films and TV shows from
We've got a
yesteryear.
load of Stanley Kubrick stuff.
A lot of Stanley Kubrick stuff. It's the reason that The Big Bang Theory and Friends were taken off Netflix, because now that's all on HBO Max. They've got The Sopranos.
I bet your sister's thrilled.
Again, they got all the Game of Thrones stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, she's thrilled. She didn't know. I had to tell her. Like,
she didn't have to binge watch the whole 5 seasons.
This was after we had the HBO Max.
Yeah.
And she's like, says, you do know that HBO Max has Friends, right? What? Yeah, it's all on HBO Max.
She'll never watch anything.
She's been watching Euphoria on it. Season 3 of Euphoria.
Oh God.
Have you been watching season 3 of Euphoria?
No, because I stopped after season 2 because I couldn't bear it anymore.
Guess what? Apparently everyone's a sex worker.
Yeah, looks like it.
That's the only thing women can do with their lives.
Season 1 is actually really good, and it deals really well with mental health. And then season 2 just went
batshit insane.
Yeah, and then season 3 just sounds even worse. Whatever, if your sister's enjoying it, then that's fair enough.
I came in on an episode in season 3 where Rue was being a drug mule.
That doesn't surprise me. Oh, it was such a good show. What happened?
Some people can't stick the landing.
No.
But anyway, that's pretty much what I've done with my week. Shall we move along to our big main topic?
Oh my God.
Of the week. Are you ready?
Not really, but we'll go
get
for
through it. Alright, I'm going to go through. These are all, because I went through it. These are all the films that we have missed reviewing in our time that we've been away. These are all the films that I have seen. Going from this will include some films that are technically 2025 films.
Yep.
But they came out this year. We're from the UK. Fuck you.
We can't help it.
We're going to talk about them, but we're only going to talk about them slightly.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So
One of these films that I saw technically came out in 2024.
I think I know which one
you know which one it is. But how about I say one, then you say one,
Okay.
then I say one, then you say one.
That's a good idea.
Is that good for you?
Yeah. Are we going from where we left off?
Yes, this is pretty much end of January, beginning of February.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna start off first by talking about No Other Choice.
Oh, lovely.
Film by Park Chan-wook. This was nominated for a bunch of awards, won a couple.
Mm-hmm.
It was up for best foreign picture at the Oscars. Very good.
Yeah, loved it.
Quite darkly humorous. I thought it was a bit down on some bits. I think drag for certain moments, but the cinematography in this film is to die for. I don't think anyone's doing it like Park Chan-wook.
Yeah, that was my favourite chase sequence.
It's really
in a
good.
film.
It's really good.
And I just love the way that the camera is placed at that bend
Yeah.
where the car is.
There's so many zooms and pans and tracking. You don't really see in Hollywood films anymore.
Yeah.
Like they were like to die for in the 70s, but now no one does them.
Yeah.
And I think it really makes this film stand out.
Yeah.
A lot. And I think the characters are really good.
Yeah.
And I kind of really like the story.
Yeah. Even though he's doing terrible things, it's like you never really hate him.
Having to root for him. Yeah.
Because he's not doing them for bad, selfish reasons.
Well, he is doing it for selfish reasons.
Yeah, a little bit, but not to hurt. It's complicated, but that's why it's good, because there's more to it than meets the eye.
But yeah, do you want to give one? So yes, No Other Choice. I think I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Should bring up my Letterboxd.
God, there's so many.
Start with the first one.
On my list.
Yes.
No Other Choice is there.
Why have you put the Muppet Show on? That's a TV show.
I meant to put it on the TV show.
Why
but
didn't you talk about the Muppet Show? Talk about the Muppet Show.
Muppet Show was brilliant. I did have to watch it twice to really appreciate it, but it's so good. And hurry up with
just keep
do
doing it.
Just do
because
it.
you obviously that was just an episode of the Muppet Show.
Exactly.
That's what the episode of the Muppet Show is.
Or I actually wouldn't mind it if they did like they release like one every like few months. It's just like another special, like, oh, the Muppet Show is back for Christmas, or like the summer episode or whatever.
You can do a full series and then do Christmas specials.
That's a good point.
That's not an excuse.
Depends what their budget is.
It's the Muppet Show. It's going to be that much, is it?
No, it is all practical. I don't know what to choose.
Choose one.
I saw The Voice of Hind Rajab. I feel like that's more important than the one on the top of my list, so I want to make sure I get this across. So, this is one of the best films I've ever seen, in my opinion. It released in 2025 at various film festivals, so it's technically a 2025 film. We didn't get it over here until this year. Yeah, that's right. And so this is the recreation of the real events of what happened with this agency for Palestine war victims. It was all over the news. I didn't know about it before I saw the film, which I felt really silly about. But essentially the story is that this girl and her family, this little girl who I believe is 7, are trapped in this car, and her family, so it's like her aunt, her uncle and her cousins are all shot dead, and you hear that happening in the film, which I'll talk about in a second. And little Hind rings this agency, and then it's about that team trying to stay on the line with her, and it's a very difficult watch. Because it's based on true events. The recordings that you hear from Hind and her family are the real recordings from the actual event, which makes it even more just, oh my god. But the way, and it's done at points it feels like a one take. It's all done in the space of this time in which things were happening, but it is one of the best films I've ever seen. It's so important. It'll always be important. You know, no matter how long this conflict goes on for, even after that, it's really great that we have this film to preserve this little girl's memory. And what happens in the end is she ends up dying. They get an ambulance out to her, but it turns out that the soldiers have essentially used her as bait to get these soldiers out there, and the government have told them, like, oh no, they won't be shot, they'll be fine, they can come and take her away, but they just didn't, and then they shot them all, and it's horrible. But there's some like incredible pieces of filmmaking in there. They were putting these clips of them on social media to spread awareness of them talking to Hind and Hind's mother, who was on like the other line in wherever she was in the world at the time. And there is a fantastic scene where the actor is talking on the phone, and then you see someone filming this, and then when it goes over to the phone screen, it's the actual social media video that they're recreating, and it's just, I had to sit there for a good 5 minutes after it finished, because I was absolutely sobbing. And there are a few other people in my cinema as well who, and it was just dead silent. But it was incredible. It was, you know, it shows the power of filmmaking and how it can spread awareness, and I'll never forget it. And you know, it's just done in such a brilliant way. And I wish it got nominated at the Oscars for best foreign language film and at the BAFTAs, but I wish it would have won. I haven't seen Sentimental Value, and I bet it's a fantastic film, but
I'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's just, this was just, yeah, sorry to bring the mood down. but it was, yeah. I would I think it's a film that everyone should see. Obviously you have to be in the right mindset to watch it, but yeah, it's breathtaking in every conceivable way. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to really bring the mood back up and talk about the next film that I watched in the order I saw them. This is a Netflix original film. That should give you joy already. Starring Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
I know exactly what it is.
The Rip.
The film where everyone just swears for
everyone just
2 hours.
and looks at each other, and the lighting's really bad because it's really dark.
It's just set in one place.
Matt Damon's got a beard that doesn't suit him. And Ben Affleck just looks like Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Everyone argues and stuff, and there's money there.
And it's set in a room, and then on a drive, and then in a room, and then on a drive.
And it probably cost a lot more than it looks.
Yeah.
And Tiana Taylor's in it.
Yeah, there you go. That's
there's
positive.
Other people in it.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No.
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's very dull.
Moving on. What's next for you, Robert?
Similarly, I saw Mercy with Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson.
Don't know why.
Because it was on, and I needed to use my subscription. I can't remember what I saw. Oh, I saw another film later on that day. And it's not good. It's really...
You shocked me.
It's really fucking weird, and just it's very pro-police and very like... oh my god, the editing. Oh, I nearly had a seizure. It's so bad.
Maybe that's why you're feeling ill.
Oh, it probably is. I blame Mercy. I don't blame Kate Bush. I blame Mercy. Rebecca Ferguson is this AI judge, and she keeps bringing stuff up on this like screen that isn't real, and the camera keeps following all these things popping up. It's like an ad on Wikipedia. It's God, and oh, I don't even know. It was just, and it doesn't even have any constructive commentary on AI itself, and the fact that like AI is judge, jury, and executioner in this situation. There's no commentary on that. Instead, in the end, they're like, we should just learn from this, and maybe we can benefit from it. No. Anything that isn't a human should not be judging these outcomes. I don't care how intelligent it is.
It doesn't have emotional intelligence.
It doesn't have emotional intelligence.
It can feel no love.
It can't. It's And there's this scene
doesn't
where
even sound like Scarlett Johansson.
no, exactly. And there's a scene where a car flips over, and for some reason the driver of the car, I don't know how, goes up into the air, like goes so high up into the air, and it's not a crash that would warrant that to happen. I don't even know how he gets out of the car in the first. And the police have these drone cars that they sit on that look terrible in the terrible CGI that they like fly around. Oh my god! No, don't watch it. It's on Prime. Don't watch it.
Yeah, please don't make this the film that you talk about the most.
No, I'm stopping there. It was bad. It's not good.
The next film I watched was a film called Is This Thing On?
That was my next one.
Question mark.
Question mark.
This stars Will Arnett
Hmm.
and is directed by Bradley Cooper. This is a film that is sort of loosely based on the life of Liverpudlian comedian John Bishop.
John Bishop.
But it is the sort of fictionalized people, and it's set in America and it's set in New York, which makes a difference for it. I sort of enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than you, but again, I sort of know your detracts of why would you set it in New York? Why would you make this all American? Because I think it sort of makes more sense if it's English based. Yeah. And also Will Arnett's character is a Liverpool fan. They make that very abundantly clear.
And that's just in there because it's a reference to John Bishop, but it's just I was just like, why not get the director of I Swear to do it? I think he'd do a pretty good job.
I think he would.
And also make it a bit
But it was
more...
Bradley Cooper that found it. I think he wanted to make the film. I'm glad he made the film. I think it's a pretty good film.
There's something to be said about it.
Yeah. And Bradley Cooper's character, and it's really funny. It seems like he gave himself all the good lines.
Yeah, very true.
Which it's watchable, and if you're interested about the life of origin of John Bishop.
Yep. In an American
setting and context. Yeah, Laura Dern's also in it.
Yeah, and she's always great.
It's got a good cast, so
it was okay.
And I liked seeing the evolution of him, his comedy sort of getting better as he kept doing it. Yeah. In a way.
Yeah.
Your next one, Robbie?
Shelter with Jason Statham. I mean, do I have to say anything else?
Statham flick.
Do I have to say anything else? It's like all his other low-budget action films where he just plays the exact same character. I quite like Jason Statham. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed The Beekeeper. I thought it was.
Well, I thought they're the same.
Thought it was
so this
okay.
would be the same as The Beekeeper.
I thought what I liked about The Beekeeper was that it was a revenge story about an old person who had been scammed, and I quite liked seeing the revenge happen for that reason. Shelter, he just plays this man that's been like on the run for years, and this girl ends up on his island where he lives, and they've got to run away, and nothing that interesting happens, and it's boring, and I didn't really like it very much.
Why do they keep making these?
Because people do go see them really weirdly.
Sort of action flicks, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you can just wash away the day.
Exactly, and stop it because it's boring. What's your next one?
My next one is Sentimental Value.
Oh, please tell me about this.
Yes, excellent.
Is it? Yeah.
I haven't seen The Voice of Henry Jabb. I think I would probably feel the same way if I have seen it.
Yeah.
In terms of awards and Oscars, but I have seen Sentimental Value, and it did win all the awards. I think it's thoroughly deserved because it's such a beautifully made film and so perfectly acted and orchestrated, and Stellan Skarsgård is immense.
He should have won the Oscar. I've not even seen it.
And he should have won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor.
Sean Penn didn't even turn up.
Because he fucking turned up as well.
Exactly. And Sean Penn's won it like a couple of times before, hasn't he?
He's won it 3 times.
So why? Why? Give it to someone who deserves it.
Yes, truly excellent. Everyone is excellent in it. And it's such it's just a very wonderfully made film.
It does look very good. I need to up my game.
Not much else I can say about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty perfect in my eyes.
Oh, good. I'm glad that you feel that way.
And again, I love seeing Stellan Skarsgård still going.
Yes.
After his stroke, after all the things he's had to go through to still give great performances like this.
Yeah.
Because people say, "Oh, it's easy for him because he's got it in an earpiece." Well, no, not really, because he has to hear it for the first time and then put that into a performance.
Come out with it, yeah. I love Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh, he's great. He's got great family. Great. It's a great nepo family, that.
Yeah,
They all seem to be annoyingly good.
Yes. The only one that's allowed.
Your turn, Robert.
Send help.
Yay, that was also my next one.
Yay. I loved it a lot.
It's great.
So, I don't know, it just felt like, for some reason, a lot of the films that quite a few on here and just films, and I feel like a lot of them really just lack personality nowadays, and this was like teeming with personality.
You could tell this was a Sam Raimi film.
Exactly. And it was so entertaining, and I loved the way it went. I wasn't thrilled about the ending, but that's all other conversation. Rachel McAdams.
I quite like the ending.
Yeah, I could see why you would. I think I was just expecting it to go different ways, but expectation can ruin your enjoyment of films. So stop it, naughty.
Just going with a blank slate. Completely blind.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams, I've always been a big fan of, and this is one of her best performances, I think, because of how she goes from A to B, and I think it's developed fantastically, and you never really quite know which way it's going to go, which I really appreciated. And it's just very good, and I'd really like to watch it again at some point.
And Dylan O'Brien's really good.
And he's great. He's really good as well, isn't he? And we don't see him as much nowadays, so it was nice that he had this role. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. What did you think?
I thought it was excellent. Really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because after, before other films that I saw recently, it was my first film of the year, really.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
So good.
And it's just felt like a real blast from the past. It felt like a proper directorial film with great performances and a great premise.
Yeah.
And it felt very Sam Raimi, and it was just such a joy to watch. It felt like a while since I'd fully enjoyed really going to the cinema and watching a film. And I will say, for most of these, a lot of these 2026 films that I watched, I had quite a packed audience.
Really?
Like, it wasn't like I was going opening day for quite a few of these. There were a few that I had to watch them a couple of days later from opening day. I had a very packed cinema for Send Help.
Yeah, really.
It seemed like everyone really wanted to watch this.
That's good.
And there was quite a few later that also had pretty full screenings, which I wasn't expecting to have full screenings.
I'm glad about that. Mine was a secret screening.
Oh, a secret screening.
But I asked one of the people, I was like, "Oh, I really hope it's Send Help," and they were like, "It is." I was like, "Thank God."
That's betraying the trust of the secret film.
Well, they put clues out on Instagram, and people in the comments have a pretty good guess of what it is, but sometimes it can be wrong. Thank God. But yeah, it just felt like the reason why people go to the cinema, and just to watch very entertaining stories, basically.
Very true.
What can we ask for?
That's what it's there for.
That's what it's there for.
My next one is 100 Nights of Hero. Yes, people forget this one going.
Tell it to me. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
It's a sort of in like a sort of fantasy realm thing where women don't really have autonomy and all that. They're just there to be a wife and make babies.
Felicity Jones
is in this.
Yes.
There's a small cameo at the end.
Oh. I thought she was like the main character. Never mind.
No, yeah. Who plays Diana in The Crown?
Emma Corrin.
This is mostly an Emma Corrin.
Oh,
film.
That's nice.
Because 100 Nights of Hero, her character is called Hero.
Okay.
Yes, and she's sort of a maid for this. For her friend, who is not being able to make babies because the husband's not having sex with her. Well, that's not his fault, it's her fault.
Oh.
It's one of those worlds.
Ding.
They live under a god called Birdman. I don't know, it's a weird fantasy world. That sort of works.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I think it's quite enjoyable. It wears its messaging very much on its sleeve.
Right.
It tells like a sort of story. Like she tells a story to them all the way through, sort of leading a story, which features sort of like 3 girls who know how to read and write. Oh my god!
What?
One of them being Charlie XCX.
Oh, really?
Yes, this was like in like a part of this year where Charlie XCX was fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
she had this. She was in this. She was in The Moment.
Yeah.
She was doing the soundtrack for Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
She was everywhere.
Yeah, she's doing something else as well. I can't remember what it is.
As well, I think. Yeah. But again, it's got problems. It's not a perfect film. I think you might.
I really wanted to see it, but it was just like on at one specific
it was
time.
On awkward times.
Yeah, but they also had like free postcards for it at one of the cinemas near us. I didn't pick them up because I hadn't seen the film, but
not been a lot of like merch and popcorn buckets and things that have blown me away.
No, not really.
Although when I came out of the cinema the other day, the Michael Jackson drink ones, they're very nice.
Yeah, they are.
I will say.
That's a good point. I quite like the hat as well.
Yeah, the popcorn bucket hat. That's just to Odeon, I think. That's like that.
Oh, okay. I'd never buy it, but I quite liked the idea of it.
I liked the idea of it. I know Odeon, like next week for Devil Wears Prada 2, they're doing a handbag popcorn bucket.
I love that. I'm not going to get it, but I do love it.
I love that. They're doing key rings as well.
They are. I might get a keyring.
You should get the handbag popcorn bucket.
Oh, I'm seeing that this time next week.
Yes, you are.
I'm excited.
Your next one, Robert.
Hamlet.
The Riz
Ahmed's Hamlet, and I nearly fell asleep.
That's so good. No, it's because you're not a fan of Hamlet.
I'm not a big fan of listening to Shakespeare. I think I didn't know that the dialogue was gonna be directly.
If it's animated lions, is it?
Yes.
Is there any way you can consume Shakespeare?
Yes, it is, and with big songs and fun animation. To be fair, I think my biggest problem with this is that I don't think it really warranted them telling the story. I know it's a low budget film, but it just felt so small, and it's like, we've done Hamlet so many times. Why do we need to do this? There's so many other Shakespeare plays that people don't know about.
Films that are about Hamlet.
Yeah,
even if you're not including The Lion King.
Yeah. So it's like there's so much stuff that people don't know about, and I would much rather like hear a story I haven't heard before than like, because obviously you know all the story beats, and that's the story they've chosen to adapt. I just found it very unremarkable, and when it ended, I was like, I don't really understand why you've decided to tell the story in this way. It's told on like from the perspective of a modern day Indian family.
Yes.
Which is an interesting
take on
it.
Yeah,
definitely. And Timothy Spall's in it, and he's fantastic. And Riz Ahmed's pretty good as well, but I nearly fell asleep. I just did.
Well, I say, with Riz Ahmed in mind, I have been watching Saturday Night Live UK.
Oh yeah.
And it is quite good.
Yeah, I've seen the first episode.
Yeah, I think quite. I think it's been outshining US SNL
really?
for quite a few weeks.
Oh, good. That's nice to hear.
I haven't watched last night's, which had Nicola Coughlan as the
watch
host,
that.
and also had Foo Fighters.
Foo
Fighters as well. But yeah, quite a few skits that have done the rounds of me and have got a lot of clicks, which is what SNL is for now.
Yeah.
Because it's not there for viewership.
No,
it's there to get clicks on like TikTok and YouTube Shorts and all that.
I saw that article that was like 93 million something on social media, but like viewership keeps dropping.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that's Hamlet, and then I saw Voice of Hinra Job after that. So
you've talked about that one.
I know, but that's what I did on that day. You go ahead.
The next film that I saw, this was the first of a double bill of animated films that I saw in one day. This was first off Porky Pig and Daffy Duck in The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie.
I'm so jealous that you've seen this.
A film that was made in 2024, and then was like axed by Warner Brothers as a tax write-off. Then was bought by Ketchup Entertainment, was released in 2025 in US cinemas, and now has been given a worldwide release in 2026, as well as another film that was bought by Ketchup Entertainment that is coming out in August that has just got its first trailer, and
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see it because it looks very good.
I'm glad it's got all the other Looney
It's
Tunes
got everyone in
as
it.
well.
It would seem. Yeah, this is great. If you love Looney Tunes, then this is the film for you. This is very, very Looney Tunes. And I like the fact that Bugs Bunny's not in it.
Yeah,
It's very much just a Porky Pig and Daffy Duck story.
Yeah,
Because I think you get the looniness from them, and they're also
and
well-known Looney
Bugs and
Tunes.
Daffy are sort of always against each other as
Yes.
well, so it's nice to have a different dynamic.
Yes. Because I think most of the time Daffy and Porky live together
Right, yeah.
for most cartoons. Also, HBO Max, very limited in terms of its animated stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Like they have a thing that's Looney Tunes cartoons, but it's only recent stuff that came out in 2021.
Right,
They
but
don't
not
have,
classic.
maybe just on the UK one, they don't have original Looney Tunes cartoons.
Right. I also thought
I've only got
that, like...
I've only got one season of Ben 10. What the fuck's
What?
happening? When I watched Ben 10,
Sort
it was
yourself
like, this
out.
isn't everything. What's going on?
We don't want the new show, we
I
want
don't
the
want
old
that
show.
new crap.
That just looks like the same
I want
Cartoon
the old school
Networks.
theme song.
I thought
and
that.
you can pick an avatar of
Yeah.
like cartoon classics, and it's got all the Looney Tunes, and then it's also got Scooby Doo and the Mystery Gang, and yet the only thing on HBO Max that they have for Scooby Doo is Velma.
Yeah.
There's no other Scooby Doo. Why?
On Now TV, it's with like Boomerang and Cartoon Network. Like it's so confusing.
HBO Max has Cartoon Network. Why do
I know that's the thing. I know. I thought that as well. Like I thought when it was going to come on that we were going to get all these.
Scooby-Doo!
I thought it was going to have all the like DC animated films as well, and like, well, where did they go
doesn't have
then?
Killing Joke, doesn't have Mask of the Phantasm.
Who's watching
doesn't have
them?
Under the Red Hood.
People aren't paying for them like on digital, so who's watching them? They're just wasted like out there somewhere.
I'm gonna have to
Put
get
them
the
on there.
Batman animated 10 movie,
I know,
box set.
it's so annoying. I want to watch the good ones.
which I probably will because it's dying. Or maybe
Yeah.
I'll have to spend most of my money buying a lot of Disney films that I don't have at the moment
Yeah.
because they've just axed their entire home video team.
I need to finish my Pixar collection before it's
Yes,
too
you do.
late.
Yes, you do.
I
Yes,
stopped
you
at Soul, so I've got 6 years to
Yeah.
catch up on.
What about Luca and Turning Red? They went straight to streaming. What do we
They
do? What do I do?
They are on DVD. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Thank God.
I made
Thank
sure.
But yes, the day the Earth blew up. It's a throwback in so many good ways to
Yeah.
the Looney Tunes of old, with stuff for the kids, but stuff for the adults in there as well, which is always a good thing.
Very nice.
Anyway, moving on. Your next one, Robert.
This was released in. It had the most limitedest release in the world. I think it was shown in like one cinema for one night, but it counts as a film. I checked. It's a documentary, Becoming Victoria Wood. It's been, how many years has it been since she passed away? I think it was 10 years this year since she passed away. So this documentary is basically just about her life, and I really enjoyed it. I'm a massive fan of Victoria Wood, and I have been sort of since she died in a weird way, because I became fascinated by her, and she's really stayed a really inspirational figure in my life, weirdly, as time has gone on. And I've like made friendships and bonds through Victoria Wood. It's mad. My grandma loved her and things like that. And this documentary is nice. It's got great interviews with people like Dawn French, Jennifer Saunders, Maxine Peake, people who knew her very well. And like it has a great roster of clips from like her most famous sketches and you know, things with Julie Walters and how her career started. It's got a bit on her childhood. She had a very unconventional childhood, but I feel like if you are already a fan, there isn't much new
Ground.
Yeah, I didn't come away like learning much from it. There were some like unreleased audio clips of her. I can't remember what it was. I think her notes, like her audio notes or something. But in terms of like learning more about her past, there's not much in the way of that. But I still enjoyed it because it was a documentary about Victoria Wood, and I'm always going to enjoy that. Weirdly, Julie Walters wasn't involved, which I feel like is, I don't know why. Maybe she's got something personal. Yeah. But yeah, that's just a little one that I had to watch on You and Gold on TV. Because that's the only place it was played.
Grand.
How about you?
My next one is the second of the day I just watched animated films.
Yes.
This one was Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain.
Is it Amelie from the French film Amelie but Little?
No.
Well, could have fooled me.
No, because they're Dutch.
Oh.
But they're living in Japan.
Oh.
Because her dad is, I think, works for the Dutch embassy in Japan.
Oh, I see.
And there's a big moment when they have to move back to Dutch land. I've forgotten the name. The Netherlands. That's the one.
I would have got there. So
it's a beautiful story, beautifully animated, about a little girl who's born and is trying to figure out the world and her place in it and who she is.
Yeah.
And she starts off believing that she's God.
I love that.
It's like, what's happening to me? And her learning about different things and the world and what that relates to her. And I think it should have won Best Animated.
As much as I love K-pop Demon Hunters,
I think it's a better film.
Yeah, and I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters got its praise from how popular it was. And like other films were very popular that were nominated for Best Animated Feature and didn't win, so why?
I don't even know why Zootopia 2 was nominated, because I didn't think it was that good.
No. We're always like that when we talk about Zootopia 2.
Say quietly so they don't throw shit at us.
But yeah, it is.
Yes, Little Amelie, I would absolutely recommend that people watch.
And how is that supposed to compete with something that had a bigger budget? Anyway, yeah.
A bigger budget, but wasn't trusted by the people who made it, so forked it off to someone else.
Great.
And then did very well. Well done, Sony. Real winner there.
Honest to God.
Now it's merch galore and everything's making so much money.
Now,
yeah. Your next one, Robert.
Goat. Me. I am the goat. No, I'm not. Funny.
No full stops in
No.
Just a goat.
Meh. I originally was going to see Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up, Daffy and Porky in and I wanted to pay with cash so that it didn't come out on my bank account, so I went to the cinema.
Because you were afraid of it being on your...
I just didn't want money to come out of my bank account, so it doesn't count when you have cash.
No, it does. It does. Don't be starting your girl maths.
It very much does. My wallet has nothing in it. But I got there, I want to say 20-15 minutes before it started. Went to the ticket machine. It wasn't on there. They'd taken the listing off from, I'd checked the night before, I'd checked virtually every day. No one had booked, to be fair, but they'd just completely taken it off.
I think no one had booked and you were there 15 minutes before. They probably took it off.
Yeah, well, still, they shouldn't do. What if people walked up like 5 minutes before it started and were like, "Oh, it was on yesterday," whatever. So I ended up having to see Goat instead, which is fine.
Because
I really liked it. It was really good. I liked it more than I thought I would. It's kind of had mixed to decent reviews, but I don't think anyone's really like sung its praises. I had two friends that went to see it as well, and they thought it was just like all right. It was a bit of fun, but it was all right. I thought it was great. I loved the animation. I really liked the story. It was very energetic, and I really liked about it that it was a young male character whose hero and inspiration was a female sports character. I thought that was new.
That's a real nice take.
Yeah, because usually it's just like, oh wow, Foxy Mr. Broman, I love you.
Mr. Bromance.
I love you.
Well, let's not
You're
put
great.
you on a writing team. You stick to acting.
My first character, Foxy Mr.
That's Let's get that on a t-shirt.
But no, I just really enjoyed it, and there is a iguana character called Moto, and he says at one point, Moto is an icon, and he is an icon because he's bizarre in the best way. And it was very entertaining, and I really liked it. It surprised me. So yeah, what is your next?
My next one is Crime 101.
Oh,
it's a film starring Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, Halle Berry.
Your favourite?
Why wouldn't she be my favourite?
You told me once that she was your most overrated actress.
Yeah, she's overrated, but you know. Doesn't mean
I
hate her. I say, Halle Berry. Oh, I can't say anything Halle Berry's in. I just think she gets too much praise for how.
I'm not watching X-Men.
I just don't think she's that good in Monsters Ball. Is all I'm saying.
In what? Sorry.
Monsters Ball, the one she won the Oscar for.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
That's just me.
She won a Razzie too.
That's just me as a.
She was in Catwoman.
As a white man, white heterosexual man.
Heterosexual.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it's tense where it needs to be. I think the action's pretty good. I wish the characters were a little better. Although there are subtleties to Hemsworth's character that I quite like of him. When he's being his actual self, he's quite nervous. When he's trying to charm people, he's very Chris Hemsworth like charismatic.
Yes.
And I liked Halle Berry in this. I thought Halle Berry was pretty good.
She was pretty decent.
And it's always nice to see Mark Ruffalo and things. Yeah. Especially think he's probably going to be boycotted by Hollywood anytime soon.
For speaking out against basic
saying
human
the right
rights.
things. And Barry Keoghan is just a suitable type of madness that is needed in pretty much any film.
He's sort of gone off the rails in some sort of. I don't know. He keeps doing like.
I don't think he's
going
to be much in the future because he's going to be busy with some Beatles biopics.
True. And maybe Batman, depending on how much.
Maybe in the Batman Part 2.
Joker is in it, but yeah.
He'll probably be the villain in Batman Part 3 if they do a Part 3. Because if you tease the Joker, you have to put the Joker in one.
I don't want him to be the Joker.
We don't know how he's going to do yet. Anyway, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was okay. I don't know. It's not my type of film anyway, which you know. But I was just a bit bored. I didn't really care about any of the characters, and
I think the title's confusing.
Yeah, I don't.
Crime 101. You think, oh, this is the 101st crime he's done. Is this the rules to crime? Oh no, this is just crimes that that are being committed on the 101 freeway.
Yeah, it's a very weird title. It was okay. Just not my cup of tea, I'm afraid.
It's all right. Your next film, Robert.
Horny as a bumblebee.
Is it Wuthering Heights by any chance?
It was. I saw
Let
this
us
after
both
Goat.
be damned and talk about Wuthering Heights.
Kathy, you
dirty dog. I'm so tall and handsome.
I've got a slutty little earring.
I've got it with me cane and me penguin suit.
Where have I been for all this time?
Fuck knows. It's not elaborated on.
Why is it not elaborated on?
Because the director can't remember.
She threw the book in the bin.
Yes. This it's Wuthering Heights quotation marks. Wuthering Heights.
Because it's which is fine.
Well done, Holly. You opened that door all by yourself. How did you do that?
Because she's so clever. That's
it's dog
why.
time, everyone. Yeah. Well done, Holly.
She's missed it as well. She needed to get in here.
Here comes the other one. This is not gonna go well. She's licking my knee. Why are you licking my knee? No, don't you start licking my knee as well.
I need to lick too.
Okay, we're going to try and get the dogs out. We're
Baby.
just going to appease the dogs for a bit.
Hello,
before they start arguing. Because they like to argue. Yes, what did you think of Wuthering Heights? I'm more interested in what you have to say about this. Because Emerald Fennell is... You love Emerald Fennell.
I love Promising Young Woman. It's one of my favourite films, and I love Saltburn. I thought it was a film with a lot to say, and people just judged it for the weird bits, which I can kind of understand, especially the grave scene, because they didn't tell him to do that. So
They didn't. What the fuck did you do that for?
Yeah, but so this is one of my most anticipated films of the year, and I don't think it's quite as I don't think it was quite as amazing as I thought it was going to be, but I still really liked it and couldn't stop thinking about it after I saw it. I loved the production design and the cinematography, and I loved Charlie XCX's soundtrack. I know it's quite a controversial thing, but I thought it just fit quite well with this specific version. I personally don't mind about her not really sticking to the story. I think it's fine because she has put quotation marks on it. I think it's a little more interesting that she did that rather than just a whole adaptation.
It's certainly
but
an interesting film.
Yeah, but I understand all the complaints about it as well, because I understand why you wouldn't like it, especially if you're a fan of the book. There were a lot of older people in my screening who probably hated it because it's not like my old vicar from primary school.
Yeah, you could just stop there, I think.
He was there with his wife, and I was like, oh Lord, oh my gosh,
She's done it again.
She's figured out how to open doors.
It's not a good door, it's not closing properly, but
Oh dear.
and she's able to do that. Yeah, I have same opinions.
Yeah. What did you think? Because I'm biased in many ways.
It's fine to a point.
Yeah.
And then it sort of goes over that point, and then
Yeah. I see
it
what you
just
mean.
becomes a whole mess. Really. So.
Everywhere.
But, Margot Robbie and Jake Elordi are suitably good for each other.
They're very good.
So I don't have too many problems with it.
I loved the start of it. When the titles came up, it gave me chills. I thought it was very like they were on the moors, and then the hair, which fits into what you see later on. I don't know. I just really liked the opening of it for some reason, and I thought that they cast the young version so perfectly. I was like, that is them as younger, if they were younger.
Another appearance from Owen Cooper.
Yes,
He's going places,
well
that lad.
You go places. And Martin Clunes was excellent in it. He was insane, but he was excellent.
Insane, but excellent. Yes.
He looked like the toad from Wind in the Willows
really
by the
chewing
end.
some scenery, that man.
I really liked it.
It's fine. I'm not good.
I'm white trash.
You are, but you own it.
Yeah, at least I'm not blind to it. Yeah. What about you, Nick?
My next film that I watched just before the Oscars was The Secret Agent.
Secret Agent.
This is the film that Wagamora was winning all of those awards for. I thought it was pretty good to okay. I didn't enjoy this as much as I thought I would. I think it meanders along for quite a lot of it.
Yeah, it's a bit.
And only sort of gets really into it in like maybe the last 30 minutes. And it has a very good ending.
Oh yes.
I really like the ending, and I think again Wagnamora is great in it. He's the only real star in it, really. I think again still quite enjoyable.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be clamouring to watch it again.
I know it felt like that it had a lot of buzz around it before the Oscars, and it didn't really end up winning anything. But I don't know. I feel like the closer it got to the Oscars,
it was up for best foreign picture, and it was also up for best picture as well.
Which is weird, but whatever. I quite liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. What the hell am I saying?
True to yourself.
Thought it was good. I really liked it. I thought performances were really good, and I could understand about the pacing. It did drag on a little bit too long in some places. I found the story to be interesting and entertaining, and yeah, that's all I've got to say.
Grand. Your next film, Robert?
Cold Storage.
You don't seem to be happy to talk about this one.
I only went to see it because it was something to do before I saw Florence and the Machine. I did that. I went to see Florence and the Machine.
Look at it all coming up now.
I also saw Renee Rapp in March.
How do you not remember these things? They obviously didn't leave an effect on you.
I don't really like concerts, I'm going to be really honest.
Why do you go to them then? You go to so many.
But for people I like. I mean, I really wanted to see Renee Rapp because I've been a big fan for a while. I went to see Florence and the Machine because a friend wanted to go and they didn't have anyone else to go with, and now like I've been listening to their stuff a lot more. But I don't know, I just feel like for the price you pay sometimes it's like you can't even actually see them with your own eyes, and I feel like that's really unfair. I know that there's not really a way to get around that, but Renee Rapp, we spent £40, which isn't bad. But I was like, you have to look at the screen, and I don't like looking at the screen. Doesn't feel like you're watching them, if you know what I mean. And it's like I can't. She's just this tiny figure over there. It was the same with Taylor Swift. I couldn't fucking see anything of Taylor Swift. It was just this little thing running across the stage. Second time was a bit better because we were closer, but Olivia Rodrigo was good because we were like quite far in the pit, so that was nice. But and it's
You're
just
saying
warm.
Concerts would be better if you were richer.
Yes.
Capitalism works.
It's not fair.
Folks.
It's just not fair. It's, you know.
That was a great review of Cold Storage.
Oh,
Robert.
sorry.
No, we'll move on.
That tells you.
No, let's move on.
I didn't like Cold Storage.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Doesn't need repeating.
No.
Let's move on.
Your next
again,
film.
we're trying to keep this square. We've got still a few more to still talk about. My next film is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Good Luck. Why did I miss that? Oh no, I didn't. Sorry. Go on.
Yes, this is incredible. This is one of my films of the year. I had so much fun with this.
It's technically a 2025.
It is technically a 2025 film, but I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Okay.
That's all right.
Don't give a shit. This is tremendous fun. Everyone seems to be having a whirl of a time. It's got a great cast.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is being Sam Rockwell.
Yes.
Of just being the best in everything.
He's fantastic.
He's like the perfect person to put in this main lead role.
Yeah.
Has a great premise of sort of time travel, futuristic stuff. Again, its messaging is very out there.
Yeah.
It's not hiding anything.
No.
And maybe that's a down point for it. And the endings may be a bit but
yeah, I don't really know what happened.
I just think it's really fun.
Yeah.
And I like its messaging being that out there, because I think you have to have your messaging quite out there these days
especially
for people to pay attention.
Yeah.
And I think it's got some great ideas in it and some really good and fun moments.
Like Black Mirror.
Like
if it all came together.
Long episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. But a really good one.
But I like but it's a good episode of Black Mirror. So yeah, if you haven't seen Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, watch Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
Do it.
Do it.
It's a very fun experience in the cinema as well, especially like at the end.
Yeah.
With how insane everything is. But yeah, it's very good.
Next one, Robert.
I think you spoke about that. Yeah, you did speak about this, like on a previous episode. But I saw Song Sung Blue.
Yay.
And you were right. You said that you knew I'd really like it, and I did.
It's like I know you.
I thought it was really good. I one of the more interesting biopics because you didn't really know the story at all.
It's not about Neil Diamond.
Exactly.
It's about a tribute act to Neil Diamond.
Two elderly ladies actually got up and left in the middle because I think they thought it was about Neil Diamond. But it was so well acted. I thought that Kate Hudson especially was tremendous in it, and I felt really bad that some people had said that she'd stolen her Oscar nomination from someone else. I was like, no, because she still gives a really good performance. Just because it's not what you want doesn't mean she's not deserving of it. Just the way she goes through the film, and it's a very understandable, believable journey that she goes through. Well done.
Sorry, that was in my head. It's from Chicago. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't link to anything. Has Kate Hudson been in Chicago? I don't think she has.
Maybe she'd be good in Chicago, actually.
In Chicago.
Yeah, it was really good, and it was really sad as well. And yeah, I really liked it. It was really good.
Okay.
Your next one.
My next one is an Amazon Prime original movie.
Oh,
doesn't that fill you
so
with hype?
good then?
It's called The Bluff.
Oh, pirates.
Because pirates, you don't get enough pirate movies.
No, that's true.
For obvious reasons, because it's very difficult to do, it would seem.
Yeah.
The only good ones are the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies and Muppet Treasure Island.
Yeah, and that is it. That's true.
That is it. This is not really added to it. Although it's pretty good. It's got Priyanka Chopra Jonas in it. Who we know is a bit controversial these days.
I don't know why.
I think it's right wing stuff.
Oh.
And someone whose name it's also got Carl Urban in it as this big, mean, nasty pirate, and he seems to be really enjoying himself.
Is he playing Butcher from The Boys, or does it feel like a different performance?
No, it's a different performance because it's a different sort of accent.
Oh right, okay.
And it's an English accent, but it's more piratey and stuff,
right.
and of the like. Very Blackbeardy, but he's not Blackbeard. It's very much Pirate John Wick. This.
That's
in terms of the action, it's very Pirate John Wick.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of things that maybe you would have, a lot of moves that are seen in it that maybe you would see in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Okay.
Because they seem more assassination heavy than pirate stuff.
Right.
And I think they took some liberties because Carl Urban's character has a flintlock pistol that he can just fire multiple times, which is not how a flintlock pistol works, but it's a modified one, so I think they sort of get away with it. Who else is in it? Oh, it's got Tamara Morrison in it as well.
Yeah. Is he playing a clone?
He's not playing a clone. He's playing a pirate first mate, I think.
Oh, good for him. But he's doing other stuff.
He's doing good. Again, I think it's fun to watch, but I think story-wise, it's a bit basic, and some of the acting is not great. I think the only real standout acting stuff is from Carl Urban.
Okay, that's.
But
good.
you know, if you've got like a spare 90 minutes, then by all means.
Need something quick and easy like me.
I don't need quick and easy. I need slow and sensual. Thank you very much. Take me out to dinner first. Robert's never done that.
Did I not pay for a burger for you once
That's
or
not
something?
Taking me out to dinner.
I'll work on that.
Thank you. Your next one.
The Moment.
Ooh.
Charlie XCX. I enjoyed it. It's a mockumentary
that's based around her as Charlie XCX.
Yeah, that's it. Like they're doing this whole tour, and what's his name? Alexander Skarsgård is in it as this director, because they're going to make like a concert film, and he's like got all sorts of other ideas. That's just not. He's very funny in it, and it is very funny for the most part, and very creative, a very unexpected and creative way of taking her brand and making a film out of it. I think it was very clever, but I question what it's trying to say. It seems to be like making fun of like concert films and certain artists, and it seems to like make fun of Olivia Rodrigo like by the end, and just various other artists about their tours and things like that. And I don't understand why. It feels like just projecting a bunch of unnecessary hate and stuff. It just felt weird to me, especially by the end. It was like, what have these people ever done to you? But I did enjoy it. But I just felt some of it was just weirdly message, and it's got fucking Kylie Jenner in it. It was meant to be the point.
The Jenner family or the Kardashian family visibly throw up in my mouth.
Exactly. And for some reason, Charlie XCX isn't being held accountable for having a known Zionist in her film, but then other people are being attacked for like not saying anything about the situation at all. So I don't know.
We wash our hands of this.
Yes. But yeah, what's your next one?
My next one is Hoppers.
Oh, Boing
which
Boing.
I imagine you have also seen.
I have also seen.
This is Pixar at its best. Yeah. It's back on form, baby. This is an original Pixar thing, which isn't really original because it's just Beaver Avatar. But this is fun. Animation's great. Yeah. Characters are great. It's got funny moments. It's got heartbreaking moments. True Pixar fare.
Yeah.
And I think if everyone is very happy because finally we asked for Pixar to do an original movie, and they've done an original movie, and people have gotten to see it.
People actually went to see it,
well.
and it's done well.
So I am more than happy to. Yeah, I was more than happy with Hoppers.
Yeah.
It was really good and really fun.
I love how insane the second half is.
Yes, it just goes
First one is what you think it's going to be in the second half.
Tilts.
And then from there,
which I was really happy with.
So fun. Yeah.
I love the Alan Carr and Amanda Holmes cameo as well.
They actually did really well.
Which is only for us in the UK.
Alan the Squirrel and Amanda the Spider.
What's that? It's an arrow.
Oh, that was a really fun little Easter egg.
Your next one, Robert.
Epic. Elvis Presley in concert. I don't know why I saw this.
I know.
Because
you're not a big Elvis Presley fan.
No.
You're not even really a big fan of the movie.
I quite like the biopic. But it was good. I thought, especially the first half of it, because it was more of a documentary than a concert, and I really liked it. And I thought that the visuals were great. It's directed by Baz Luhrmann. I think this is a great way of still, like, he's obviously got the rights to Elvis, so he's using it in different and creative ways, restoring this unseen concert from Las Vegas in his later career.
Because it's Baz Luhrmann, it goes quite more stylized.
It does.
And I think most biopics need to be stylized.
Yeah, you're right.
Which is why Elvis works over Bohemian Rhapsody and Michael, and why Rocket Man works, and why Better Man works.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, this was, I think, because I was talking to a friend who's a big Elvis fan after I saw it, and I said, like, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought, but I think it's because the concert that they show you, it's not his, like, biggest hits necessarily. And he said he understand, like, if you weren't a big fan, then you wouldn't get as much enjoyment out of it, and I'm not. But I still thought it was good for the most part. Yeah. What's your next one?
My next one is How to Make a Killing. Correct. This is a Glenn Powell led film that has other people in it as well.
Yep.
Including Margaret Qualley and other people whose names I have forgotten to time at this point in time.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's got a good premise. I think it's a premise you've pretty much seen before, though, in other films. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I think it's held up. It's held quite well by Powell's star power and just his charisma and stuff. Some of the kills are pretty inventive and fun.
Yeah.
For the most part, this is skippable.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch this one, but it's a bit of fun, I guess.
Yeah.
And if you like Glenn Powell, you'll like this.
I agree.
So I can't complain about this one.
Yeah.
Because I think I mostly had a good time.
Yeah. The Bride, which was my most anticipated film of the year.
You're not doing great this year.
And I wasn't even like that excited to go and see it either, because obviously you're not supposed to listen to reviews, but it was a very different film from what was marketed, and I still enjoyed it to some extent, and I thought that what they were trying to do was interesting, and it's just bizarre though. Mary Shelley's ghost possesses this girl, she dies, and Mary Shelley's ghost is still possessing this girl who is Frankenstein finds her, and she's still possessed by Mary Shelley's ghost, and then so she'll be like herself, and then randomly just flash into Mary Shelley and just spew absolute nonsense. Bang, flash, alley cat, and then she'll go back to being American, and it is one of the most bizarre things I have ever seen. But I sort of enjoyed that about it in a way. I liked that it was a bit different, I think, visually as well. I quite liked it. There's this really great dance sequence where everyone becomes possessed somehow. I still enjoyed it, but I understand why people don't, because it's insane. Did you see it?
I did not. I unfortunately was not able to go and see The Bride.
I am not surprised, because no one else did.
So I've been told.
What's your next film?
My next two films are both Netflix original movies.
Oh, we're in for a treat then.
The first one is Louis Theroux, Inside the Manosphere.
Oh, yes.
A tough watch, I will say.
I can't watch it. It will.
But it's also kind of fun to watch these pricks make idiots of themselves. with Louis Theroux doing what he always does, just standing there, making them look,
Yeah.
look like fools.
Just
And just asking them
basic
very
questions.
obvious basic questions that they should know the answers to. And then also, like, seeming to want to have more fun and questions with the women in their lives. And then that infuriating them.
Yeah.
And since all of their lives crumbling beneath them
Yeah.
after the fact. It's not one of Louis' best, I think.
Right.
I think he's definitely done better documentaries and
What-
better takedowns of things.
What is it that doesn't work as well about
I don't
it?
think he gets into the core problem of it
Okay.
and doesn't dive deep enough into it, which maybe he would have been able to do if he had gotten Andrew Tate.
I see. Is that what you wanted
He
to
tried to get Andrew Tate
Right.
because he says, like, the main guy in the manosphere, this toxic place is Andrew Tate.
Okay.
He couldn't get Andrew Tate. He got some other quite terrible
Yeah.
people though as well. Which again, I didn't know much about because I'm not in that world.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel sorry for people who are in that world, and I hope you find better role models
Yeah.
because they're not men
No.
at all. But yeah, if you're sort of interested in it, there's not a lot of better documentarians than Louis Theroux, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you haven't watched it, I'd say give it a go.
Yeah. What was your other film?
Oh, do you want me to go straight into it?
Oh.
It's a back and forth this, Robert. Did you forget?
Yes. Was it a Netflix one?
It was a Netflix one, yes.
Yeah, just go
Go
ahead.
straight for it.
Yeah.
The next one's War Machine.
Oh, right, yes, I'd heard about this one.
This is the guy whose name I've forgotten. Reacher.
Alan Rich.
Alan Richardson, yes, it's an Alan Richardson thing. It's a sort of it's Predator essentially.
Oh.
But instead of it being a predator, it's a massive fuck off war machine from outer space. So sort of Predator, sort of War of the Worlds kind of thing.
Which you have
And
been very
he's
into.
on a marine training thing, and they have to try and find a way to either escape this thing or kill this thing.
Right.
With guns that don't work because they're on a training thing.
And a
And
war
then
machine.
Alan Richardson trying to outsmart it. He's got a bad past of all the thing and stuff. It gets very like Americana by the end,
Right.
which really puts it down for me because the first half of this film is quite good, but then the second half goes off the rails in terms of Americana and just
Cliche.
sucking its own dick.
Right.
But again, Alan Richardson's pretty good. He kind of like embodies sort of the Arnold Schwarzenegger of it, and I think he does a pretty good job with what he's given.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Right.
It's a Netflix
Double-
original film. That's all I need to say,
that's
really.
true. If it was that good.
Right. What is your next one, Robert?
Mother's Pride. Where
Interesting.
I spent £33 on this film because we went to see it on Mother's Day because my mum really wanted to see it. So I was like, I'll obviously pay for your ticket.
What
And
was this one about again?
so it's from the creators of Fisherman's Friends.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've seen Fisherman's Friends, you know exactly the type of film you're going to get.
Yes.
It's about a family who own a pub, and one of their sons comes home after a very long time, and the pub is going to close. So they make this beer to keep the pub open, and they have a rival pub across the road.
Is Martin Clunes in this
He
one?
is in
yes,
this
I
one.
know which one you're talking about.
It's
now.
quite funny, and Mark Addy is in it as well. He's in many things, but like he's King Robert in Game of Thrones, and he is hilarious in it. He is like the old drunk, the only person who ever comes to the pub, and there's just one scene where he's trying to find a water source, and he's got this stick, and he's walking around his caravan like trying to look for this water, and he goes, "The stick never lies," and everyone's just watching it. That was one of the best bits of the film. It was okay, you know exactly what's going to happen. Mark Commode, I think, described it as why.
He's fancy schmancy though.
Yeah, it was what you expect. It does this thing where it tries to like emotionally manipulate the audience. He's like, "Oh, I tried to unalive myself," and it doesn't actually do any of the work to make that like
Yeah.
an important part of the story. It's just a point so that the audience can go, oh, so that all the middle-aged people can go, oh, isn't that
bless
sad?
him.
Oh dear. And I just thought my dad started crying, and I went, but it was okay. I enjoyed it more than I
But it
thought
was
I
okay.
would. Some of it was quite funny.
Mm.
So yes, what's your next film?
My next one is, let's not beat around the bush, the film of the year so far. It's Project Hail Mary. I've now seen this twice in cinemas.
Me too.
First time I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's pretty much a 10 out of 10.
You want that Lego set?
I own that Lego set. I own that Lego set. I'll show it you later.
Have you built it?
I built it, yeah. And the thing about it is, when I told my brother about it, he was very jealous.
Yes.
Like he came in for like a Sunday lunch and he saw it on the couch because I hadn't built like the box. I hadn't built it yet. And he was like, oh, I want that one.
Yes.
I was like, you do? Yes, I loved the film. And he never gets this way about any film, really. So I love the film. I thought it was fantastic. I bought the book. I bought The Martian. He bought both The Martian and Project Hail Mary off the back of watching Project Hail Mary.
That's
I know
the
he's loaned me.
impact it's had.
Now he's loaned me the book, so now I'm currently reading The Martian.
Brilliant.
Yes, this is just fantastic. This is peak sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
This is what sci-fi is supposed to be. This is what filmmaking is supposed to be. This is what cinema is. It has incredible visuals, incredible characterization, great story, great acting. Ryan Gosling's immense in this.
He is.
If he doesn't win it, he should at least be nominated for best actor.
Yeah.
In some things, and Rocky should get best supporting actor.
Yes.
So the puppeteer should.
Yes, he should.
Because I love Rocky.
Oh.
I love Rocky to death.
The
I don't want no harm to come to Rocky.
The
And the scene where he
he's-
wakes up and he just goes to hug him. It's incredible.
And the bit
It's
with the
finest,
video
it's
diary.
the best bromance I've ever seen on
Oh.
screen. It's between a man and a rock.
So, just my favourite scene is the bit where he's doing the video diary and Rocky's essentially moved in, and it's just
I
who are
can
you
hear
talking to? Who Grace talking to?
I mean, it's Lord and Miller. I will trust it with my lives now.
And the visuals as
The
well.
visuals on point. You can see like the similarities with the Lego Movie in a sense. 'Cause these are the people behind the Lego Movie, so we were both like very excited for this because it's but by Andy Weir as well, who wrote The Martian,
And that's a great
and
film.
that's a great film. That's Ridley Scott's best film. Fight me.
Oh, he's done Alien, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
And,
probably agree with that.
And Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, Martian was better than Blade Runner.
I
Sorry.
think it's his best film.
Yeah.
I think. This is stupendous. Absolutely
good.
stupendous.
Loved it.
It's going to be tough to beat.
Grace Rocky save stars.
Amazing.
Amazing. I got a little if you went to see it at Odeon on opening weekend, you got a pin badge, and it was either the Project Hail Mary logo, which I chose because I thought and it had it on it.
Because it's clean.
Yeah. And then the other one was Amaze, Amaze, Amaze. You could get 3 times, and there was another one that I can't remember. But never mind.
Which one did you get? Question.
I think that it said something like question on it. Yeah.
So yeah, that was Project Hail Mary. We both saw that.
Yes.
Your next one, Robert.
Reminders of Him, which is based off a Colleen Hoover book, so white trash is relevant once again.
Very much your cup of tea.
Yeah, well, the other 2 films off of her books I thought were okay. I actually liked this one a bit more. I thought that the story actually came full circle and had a better emotional payoff than both of the other films. It's still not fantastic. I liked the characters a lot more. The premise basically is this girl got in a car crash a few years ago and ended up killing her partner. She was pregnant at the time, and the daughter ended up going to the grandparents on the male side, and she was put in prison for manslaughter, and then she gets released from prison and wants to get back in contact with her daughter. Very heavy subject.
I'm going to stop you there, Robert, because I have seen the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Which means I've seen the movie.
The Ordinary. Yeah.
Because the movie is in the trailer.
Yeah,
it's
that's
one
a
of
good point.
those where you don't even watch it.
No, that's a good point. But I liked it. And that's all I need to say.
That is all you need to say.
That's all I need
Because we need to
to
keep moving along.
Yeah.
My next one was a very anticipated film in our household because we're a big fan of the show. and we hate that it went straight to Netflix. It got a week. You got a week in select cinemas, but this is Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man. This is pretty much the end of Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Essentially, they've turned it into a film. Cillian Murphy's come back as Tommy Shelby. Barry Keoghan's in this as the son of Tommy Shelby.
I'm not impressed by that. Sorry.
But he's pretty good in it.
Okay.
And Cillian Murphy's also pretty good in it. There are people that aren't in this and they have to sort of work around it, in a sense. I think it does the best with what it can do. And it seems like I enjoyed it for the most part. And it seemed like a very simple story that they executed quite well.
Yeah.
Tim Roth's the main bad guy in this.
Well, that's fun. I like Tim Roth.
Yeah, who doesn't like Tim Roth? He's really good in things.
He
He gets to use his actual accent in this.
Yeah. For once.
For once. Actually, he's always just English, isn't he?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Even as Abomination, he was just English.
And we loved him for it.
But yeah, this feels like coming from a series where every episode was an hour long. This feels just like an extended episode of Peaky Blinders. It doesn't feel more grandiose than it probably should.
Right. Okay.
Considering it's a film from a TV show,
Yeah.
it should feel more.
Yeah. 100%.
It felt like if you watched the original series of Star Trek, and then you watched the first motion picture of Star Trek.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much just an extended episode of Star Trek.
Right.
So it's quite boring.
Yeah. It's like 2
But
hours.
then you watch Star Trek 2: The Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
And that's quite a good film.
Yeah.
Because it's remembered that it's a film. It's supposed to be a little bit more entertaining. This felt kind of like that.
Right.
But I still think if you've watched all of Peaky Blinders, if you like Peaky Blinders, then I think you'll still enjoy this.
Worth it.
Stephen Graham's in it as well.
My favourite. Which talking of, I saw a film called The Good Boy, which came out last year at various festivals. This was like a secret film, whatever. It's called Heel in America. But it basically plays quite like an episode of Inside Number 9. If anyone's seen Inside Number 9, it's one of my favourite shows. I thought this was really great. Again, I've been looking for films recently that are a bit different and make you think a bit more and aren't just boring slop with no personality. And it's had tons of personality. It's essentially the story of this boy who gets kidnapped. He's, I think, like 19, but he's a typical like lad's lad who goes out, gets drunk, cheats on his girlfriend, does drugs, hurts people, whatnot, gets kidnapped by Stephen Graham and is kept in this basement. Stephen Graham has a quite a quiet, timid, closed-off wife and a son who is about 10, 11 years old. And the whole thing is that they basically are trying to rehabilitate this boy, I think he's called Tommy, into becoming a better person. And essentially like staying to live with them. We learn that his mum doesn't really care about him, and I thought it was great. I thought it was so good. The way it's the perfect amount of time to tell the story. It goes in many different directions. You feel so much for these characters. It's insane. Like, you'll go 1 minute you'll be terrified by them, the next you'll really feel a lot of emotion for them. It's written so well and it's so different, and I'd really recommend it. If it will probably come on some sort of streaming service soon. But I really liked seeing it in the cinema as well, and it's a shame that like a lot of people won't particularly know about it. But I liked it a lot.
I will definitely keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, I liked it a lot, and it's not like as scary as it sounds. It's more about how people can change, and depending what it is. But it was very good. I loved it a lot. What's your next one?
My next one is a film called They Will Kill You.
Oh no, don't do that.
Saying they.
Okay.
They will kill you.
Don't do that.
This is a film starring Zazie Beetz.
Yeah.
Nice to see her in things. It's also got other people, notable people, including Tom Felton.
Yes. Who is Draco Malfoy on Broadway?
Malfoy in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
The only Harry Potters that matter.
Yes.
We will not be watching the show. We will not be talking about the show.
I'll
Don't
still watch the show.
don't
I'm
watch,
still gonna
don't
watch the show.
No, but don't watch it.
I'm sorry, I'm still gonna watch the
It'll be the
show.
same. It'll be the same
I know
in
it will,
episodic form.
but I
It
can't
won't,
not.
It won't matter.
I'm too big of a fan.
It won't matter though.
I'm too
It'll
big
look
of a
the
fan.
same because they have to sell for the same merchandise, so they can't change anything.
Too big
It'll
of a
look the
fan.
same.
I'm gonna do it.
Actually, it won't even look as good because the cameras have got worse.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm sorry. We don't have to talk about it, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Well, yeah, they will kill you. It's got it wears its influences on its sleeve. It's got a lot of Tarantino stuff in it. It's essentially another Final Girl Fights Back sort of story. It's got an interesting premise of like being locked in a hotel that is a demonic cult.
Yep.
And then Zazie Beetz, killing her way through floor by floor, with an interesting twist to it, which is sort of fun. Yeah, this is just a sort of fun romp.
Yeah.
It knows what it is. Doesn't take itself too seriously.
I need to watch it.
You can have fun with this,
Yeah.
but it's not Citizen Kane.
No.
Nor is it trying to be.
I disagree.
Yes, it's a bit of fun, but I think there are better films of this sort of genre.
Yeah.
That do it quite a bit better, but this is still quite a fun.
Yeah. Quite on a similar vein, I'd say Ready or Not 2 is a very similar film.
It came out the same weekend.
Yeah. I love the first one. I think it's great. I think it's one of my favourite horror comedy films, so I was quite looking forward to this. I don't think it's quite as good as the first one, but I think it's still a lot of fun, and I think the second half is really, really strong and great. It takes a bit to get into it because there are rules and law now.
That's where you lose me.
But the end is so cool, and Samara Weaving looks so fantastic and brilliant in the end, and it's a lot of fun. It's like if you're a fan of the first one, you'll probably like this one. But I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Good. Very much getting away from those kind of films.
Yeah.
My next film was the Super Mario Galaxy movie. A game that sorry, not a game, a film.
Yeah. Very, very, very loosely based.
I did finish Super Mario Galaxy.
Did you?
I haven't played the second one yet, but I will be.
Inflatable Yoshi.
Yoshi! Yoshi was fun in this film.
I love
one of the highlights.
Yoshi,
Yes, this is a film that would be an absolute surefire 10 out of 10 movie if you are a massive fan of Nintendo or you are 7 years old.
Me.
But that's fine because that's who this film is for.
Yep.
And I'm a big fan of Nintendo. I know all of the references. I got all the references and jokes and all the various Nintendo things. I wish they kept the Fox McCloud thing secret.
I know.
Because I would have gone, holy shit.
Yeah.
And the fact it's Glenn Powell.
I know. I don't know why they did
and the
that.
fact Yoshi's Donald Glover.
I know.
And you can sort of tell that it's Donald Glover.
I love that he said he expects to be nominated for an Oscar for his performance of
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Performance. Yeah, if you liked the last one, then you're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
I thought the last one was fine, and I thought this one was better.
I agree. I'm so glad you agree.
Yeah.
Because so many people
it's
think
so
the
fun,
opposite.
It's vibrant.
Oh my god, I don't understand how people could dislike it.
Go all the way around the galaxy.
Yes.
We go to different places.
I just
see that light year.
Exactly.
It's very fun. Not everyone gets highlights to do. Everyone just gets about the same.
Yeah.
There's no one above anything.
No.
Mario's not in it that much.
No, which is fine. He got his own film
lot of characters.
First.
I don't know. It's a dream for Brie Larson, so how can I take that away from her? And I genuinely got very excited when they did Dry Bowser.
Yes, so did I.
As soon as I saw him over that lava pit, because I knew they're not going to end the film there. I think, holy shit, we're getting Dry Bowser. We're getting Dry Bowser.
And it was such a dark moment as well. I didn't know whose side to be on.
Bowser Jr.'s very forlorn, and Mario and Peach goes, "Oh shit, what have we done? We've committed murder."
Oh,
no.
I just loved
I had fun with it. It was fun.
I loved it so much. I loved it so much more than I thought I was going to. I think because I'd taken a 2-week break away from the cinema and had to see it 2 weeks later, which I was, because you knew how excited I was anyway. Yes. So that was, but I just
I was in a PAX screening,
Yeah.
that was full of children,
Yeah.
and I was by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a difficult situation.
It's a difficult
to be
situation for me, but
Yeah. I don't know what it was about it, but I was just like, how could anyone like really dislike it? I thought it had so much like passion for the games and the fans, and it's absolutely
great attention
stunning.
to detail,
Yeah.
to stuff.
So true, but it's not done in a way that's just for like money, because a lot of the references mainstream audiences won't
Are quite
get.
niche, yeah.
So why would
like having Bob the Robot in it.
Yes, it was just great. It just reminded me of the
And
Muppets.
Fox McCloud. They haven't made a Star Fox game
No,
in so fucking
and the
long.
Pikmin characters coming out of that little ship, I just really appreciated. I just thought it was great, and it's just so entertaining, and I just loved them sort of going on their own little side quest. I love that Bowser, spoiler alert, ends up still being a villain in the end, because Bowser is a villain.
Yes.
They could have just made him have a redemption arc to make him more likable.
They went, nah,
No,
fuck that.
it's great.
Bowser's Bowser.
I love Peach so much. The scene in the casino.
I do feel we're spending too much time in this film.
Sorry.
I do feel
I loved it.
I do feel like because of like Hideo Miyazaki's got a lot of control over this, and how he feels about the relationship between Mario and Peach.
Yeah.
Means they're never gonna fully pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, maybe not. But that's
because
it. Same
according
in the
to
games.
Nintendo, officially according to Nintendo, Mario and Peach, they're just good mates. Just good mates.
I mean,
who kiss sometimes.
Yeah, we'll see how that.
We'll see what happens.
I loved it.
I'm assuming Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way they're gonna go. I just don't know if that title's as much a like grabber for somewhat. I don't know. Like, obviously it's a very popular game, but
Or just do Luigi's Mansion.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Or Smash Bros.
I want to watch it again. And I loved Rosalina, even though she wasn't in it very much. I watched a film called Pretty Lethal, which had Maddie Ziegler in it from Dance Moms. Lana Condor, who was in the To All the Boys franchise. Avantika was in it. Millicent Simmons from A Quiet Place. Uma Thurman is also in it. And I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It's not like great, but it's like John Wick if it had ballerinas, and they were trying to get out of a Russian mob. Oh my god, that's the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Ballerina.
John Wick.
Did you forget the tagline ballerina?
Yes.
Colin from the world of John Wick.
John Wick. If it was a
John
group
Wick
of ballerinas.
But it doesn't.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever said. I've said a lot of dumb things.
But it's one of the funniest.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The action was really good, and I thought it was funny in some places. Your next film.
My next film is The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I know, boy, can Zendaya shift some money.
Oh my god.
She's a draw. We don't have a lot of those.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, I'm sure Dune Part 3 and Brand New Day is going to do just fine.
And the Odyssey.
And the Odyssey. It's going to do just fine.
And Euphoria. And Shrek. And all the other... Wah!
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
She's in a lot of
Yeah,
things.
I thought I was going to enjoy this more than I did.
Really?
I thought it was fine.
I'm very the opposite. I loved it very much. I liked that it was not a rom-com, but it kind of is.
I liked the drama of it.
Yeah.
I thought that was well done.
I liked your review. Everyone just needs to calm down.
Everyone just needs to calm down.
Very true.
Like, I don't think that's such a... I think it's too much of... Like, it's not a big enough thing.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But I do think that's so interesting, is that everyone's so all over the place about something that didn't happen.
Yes.
And I think that's a very fascinating thing to explore. But then, like, people, Robert Pattinson's character and her best friend have done things which are arguably worse because they actually did them.
Did the thing, yeah.
But they're like, no, well, not Robert Pattinson, but her friend's like, what? No, what? It was fine. What I did was fine. You're terrible, and I'm gonna hate
for
you.
not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't spoil what the thing is.
I just thought it was a very fascinating conversation, and it done so well through dark comedy, and which I think it really needed, and I loved it very much. I saw this the same day as Super Mario Galaxy, so I had a great day all around. Great day.
I saw Mario and I saw this.
Brilliant.
It was odd. Have you got any more?
Yes, I've got quite a lot. The Magic Faraway Tree, which no one saw.
But I hear it's quite good.
I really liked it. It was just really pleasant. Again, taking you back to sort of that childhood nostalgia and fantasy. It is about trying to keep children off technology and using their imaginations, and it's just fun. They've got really funny moments.
That's an important message to put in a film, but it's a good job that Toy Story 5 is also doing the same thing.
I feel like with Toy Story 5, while it's good, they're still selling the merchandise of the iPad. They're selling iPad covers for this iPad. So what are you trying to say, Toy Story?
Playing both sides.
Yeah. Magic Friday. It was pleasant time if it comes on like Sky or Netflix or whatever. If you need a pleasant afternoon, perfect for a Sunday afternoon. It's so nice.
Beautiful.
Do you have any more?
I've just got the one last one.
What is your last?
It's
right. Do you want me to just run through mine very quickly? I saw Amelie in the cinema for its 20th anniversary. I think. Loved it. So good.
It's the same age as me. It's 25th.
There you go. I watched Scream 7 on the Seven Seas. I sailed the Seven Seas for it. I didn't watch it in a way that would benefit. In a way that would benefit anyone involved with it, and it wasn't good, so it wasn't worth it.
I had to think about what you just said then, because I thought you said I saw Scream 7. I thought, did you go on a cruise to watch Scream?
Yes, that's what I want them to think.
I was on a cruise. Scream 7 was on. You know.
That's what I want people to think.
I was on the Channel Ferry in the evening. It was on.
Yeah, that's what happened. I love the franchise, as you know, and it just doesn't do a good job in doing anything. I saw Kiss of the Spider Woman, which
I wanted to watch that. I couldn't find a thing for it.
It was only at the Arc Cinema last week, very like one showing a day, and I wanted to see it for ages because it's been out in America since October, and it's only just come out now.
It's got Diego Luna in it.
Diego Luna in it. And it was great. I loved it. It took a bit to get into because it feels more of like a filmed sort of stage production, but you do get into it as it goes on, and I really liked it. It's such a sad story. I saw Akira for that film. It's not an anniversary. It was just a re-release in 4K. Most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Have you seen that Simpsons episode where they go to Japan and Bart watches that cartoon and he has a seizure? That's what I felt like watching.
That's what it does.
I enjoyed it, but it was mad. And the other day I watched Pizza Movie on Disney Plus, which I loved. I thought it was so good. It's absolutely bizarre what they do with it. It was just an insane trip, and it was so funny. One of the funniest films I've seen in a while. And then the final film.
And finally, we get to the most recent big release. Michael. The story of Michael Jackson.
Kind of.
Part 1.
It's really funny. I was having a conversation.
Because I feel there's a lot of things that are missing.
Who is going to want to watch Part 2?
Well, people do say they like a dark and gritty sequel. And
Part 1 wasn't
I think the
great.
sequel's going to get quite dark and gritty. Allegedly.
Oh, I can't deal with this.
I mean, yeah, if you look at the critic scores and look at the audience scores, it's the same that it was for Elvis. It's the same that it was for Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm sort of in the middle of both. I enjoyed this film because, for the most part, because I like Michael Jackson's music. Who doesn't like Michael Jackson's music? Because regardless of what you say about Michael Jackson, the thing is, his music's just too damn good.
It is. It's a shame.
And you go through all this time in the Jackson 5. This is very much, the film is very much about him getting away from his abusive father, played by Coleman Domingo, very well played, Coleman Domingo, and Jafar Jackson
Fantastic.
does a very good job as Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to be good in any other roles.
Probably not.
Because he's just
he's got his blood in him.
Related to him. And again, I think you said it in your Letterboxd review, you would have liked to see more performances on the stage.
Yeah.
And I think they should have spent more time on the entire album of Thriller.
Completely agreed.
Yeah. People are, and I know quite some people are going to be annoyed that some of their favourites weren't in there.
It's weird though. Like why? You've got access to all this music.
And
why are we skipping
and
that?
end it with the legend continues, or his legend continues. So there's another one coming out.
I think they have filmed other stuff.
Yeah, because they filmed a lot more, and then I think the Jackson estate stepped in.
Yeah.
And there was a whole thing about it. It was meant to come out last year. It didn't.
Yeah.
It kept getting pushed back. It's been pushed back to here. I don't think we're going to see that.
Hopefully not. I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
You can't have this film and then have this one next to it being like, oh, look how great he was here, and then be like, right, well, he's actually very controversial, and there's a lot of smoke around him, and he very much probably did do a lot of these allegations. The only reason that this film exists is so that the Jackson family who were involved with it can continue to make more money off of him and exploit him even more.
Off the back of him.
Try
As
and
they have done for
repair his
decades.
image, exactly. Try and reanimate his corpse again, literally, and try and get his image back to what it once was, so that they can keep making more money off of him. Apparently, there's a load of stuff that you don't see in this film that happened. Apparently, the Jackson brothers used to have like loads of women in their hotel rooms every night on tour, and Michael would just be in the room when he was like young, and that's not in there. I wonder why, because they had creative control.
I wonder why.
So like you said, I enjoyed it.
It was the same with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of stories about Queen that you feel like you would want to see on screen, of all the wild things that they did.
Yeah.
But we weren't allowed to see any of those things because Brian May and Roger Taylor had creative control, and they obviously don't want getting out.
Yeah.
And I guess ruining the credibility of Freddie Mercury, which I don't think it would do.
No, it wouldn't.
Because everyone's like, that's Freddie.
Yeah, exactly. It's, people
and
know.
he wasn't doing anything overtly wrong.
No, it was just like it was his personal life, but it wasn't like overstepping any such boundaries.
Well, I think it gets across the fact that this man was a superstar.
He was.
This man probably will go down, or has gone down, as one of the greatest musical artists that the world has ever created.
Yeah.
And he has, and he just had it. He's they're few and far between, but he is a complete performer. He does everything. He has the stage presence. He has the look. He has the sound. I think Beyonce's another one who I would say is also a complete performer. You're going to be angry with me. Taylor Swift's not a complete performer.
No,
I think
she doesn't have the voice.
Sabrina Carpenter's close, but I don't think she's quite there yet.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran's not a complete performer.
Yeah.
Again, there's only so few of these, which is why Michael Jackson stands out on his own.
100%. Magic
But
in a bottle.
I think if people like it, people are liking it, and it will make a ton of money, just like Bohemian Rhapsody it did.
Yeah.
Because it's just a massive jukebox of some of his best songs.
That's the only reason. And I really liked it when I watched it, but I was talking about it with a friend, coincidentally, like earlier today, and she saw it last night, and she was just saying like what the, like it's insane to think about just the whole situation and like this film that isn't true for the most part anyway, trying to highlight his best bits, and then
knowing what we know, and having like situations where he's going to kids' hospitals, and then mentioning his love of Neverland.
It's
just
weird. What are you trying to say? What are you actually trying to say?
And then putting extra emphasis on the picture of Peter Pan, and the fact that his nose looks a certain way, and then eventually Michael Jackson's going to have his nose that way.
Exactly.
It's just because he's bad. He's bad.
and then it stops there. The thing about Bohemian Rhapsody is at least it was building up to this big performance at the end. The performance at the end is good, but it just cuts to it.
It's not like a massive performance that is well known for Michael Jackson.
Exactly, and we don't see how that album's created. We don't really see how any of the albums are created. We don't get any of Quincy Jones.
The closest we get is when he's making Thriller.
Yeah, and even then he's just rearranging the tracks
stuff.
And then the music video, and then that's it. It's really weird that
do
Quincy.
A couple of music videos. Come up with like the moves for Beat It.
Yeah.
And then the zombie bit in Thriller. But we don't see anything for Human Nature. We don't see anything for Pretty Young Thing.
Nope.
Or The Way You Make Me Feel. It's got a lot of good songs.
Of course.
It's probably the best album of all time. But
But we don't see all of it. So what's the point?
He could have made a film just about that album.
Literally. But no.
You have to drag it along.
Which further proves that it shouldn't have been made in the first place, or it should have been made with a director that didn't have any interference from the Jackson family and made something really interesting.
They were always going to have
of course.
interference from Jackson. Because if you want the music, you have to go for the Jacksons, don't you? Anywho, we are done.
Oh my!
We did it, folks.
I can't wait to see how long
next
this
week
is.
We can just. Move on. Get to the next one.
Yep.
And we're going to finish it now. We're not going to do anything. You know where to find us. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify.
Yeah.
All the
places.
Both now called Magic at the Movies.
Yeah.
You can find Robert on Instagram and Letterboxd. You can find me on Instagram and Letterboxd.
You can
find them all. They'll be down below if you're, stuff.
We're active.
Not sugarcoating. I'm tired now.
Yeah.
We've gone through a lot of films. Next week, The Devil Wears Prada 2, which I imagine Robert's very excited about, despite the fact it doesn't look great.
It doesn't. I agree, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm just excited to see those actors
I'm not even
together.
that big a fan of the original.
Oh, you know?
No. It's got aura around it.
It does have aura.
It's like what film we were talking about before? Like Wuthering Heights. It's got aura around it.
I know what you mean.
But
Oh no, I love the first one.
it's a film. It's not really about anything.
I would disagree.
Well, that's the beauty of cinema and reviewing, innit? But I'm afraid you put your hand out. I'm afraid we've run out of time. You need to talk
Part
about
2 debate about Devil Wears Prada.
which we'll go in length next time. All right.
Sorry.
Anyway, thank you everyone for watching and listening to this episode of the podcast. We very much appreciate it. And we will see you all in the next one.
Goodbye.
We back, baby.
We back.
Now we're gone again.
Guess who's back?
No. Stop dancing.
Oh.
Bye, everyone.